One day, a young man threw his tools on the ground and said, "I am tired of working so hard. Nothing is changing." No one answered him. The road was empty. The sun was slowly setting, and the sky was turning orange. The young man sat on a stone and looked at his hands. They were rough and dirty from work. He felt angry, but more than that, he felt tired inside. His name was Kareem. He worked in a small furniture workshop in his town. Every day he cut wood, carried heavy boards, and polished tables and chairs. He worked from morning until evening, but his life still looked the same. Small room, simple food, old clothes, slow days. Sometimes he saw other people who looked successful. Nice clothes, good phones, motorbikes. He often thought, maybe hard work is useless. Maybe only lucky people move forward. That evening, he did not go back to the workshop. He just walked and walked until he reached the river outside the town. The water was moving slowly, making a soft sound. Kareem sat near the river and started throwing small stones into the water. After some time, an old woman came there with a small bucket. She looked poor, but her face was calm. She started filling her bucket with water from the river. Kareem watched her for a while, then asked, "Mother, do you come here every day?" She smiled and said, "Yes, every day, morning and evening." "Isn't it tiring?" Kareem asked. She laughed softly. "Everything is tiring if you think too much about it." Kareem did not understand, but he kept quiet. The woman filled her bucket. But before leaving, she sat on a rock near Kareem. She looked at the river and said, "Do you see this river?" "Yes," Kareem said. "Do you think this river became big in one day?" Kareem shook his head. "No, it started as small drops of water," she said. "Very small drops. Slowly more drops came. Then a small stream, then a river. Now look at it. It moves stones. It feeds fields. People come here every day because of this river." Kareem looked at the water carefully. He had seen this river many times, but never really looked at it. The woman continued, "Hard work is like these drops of water. One day of work looks small. 1 week looks small. Even 1 year can look small. But if you don't stop, one day you will see a river behind you." Kareem stayed silent. Her words were simple, but they felt heavy in his heart. He said quietly, "But I am working hard. Still nothing is changing." The woman nodded slowly. "Maybe something is changing, but you're only looking at money and things. Hard work first changes a person, then it changes life." Kareem looked at his hands again. Rough hands, strong hands. The woman stood up, picked up her bucket, and said, "Don't stop working just because results are slow. Slow growth is still growth." Then she walked away. Kareem sat there for a long time. The sky became dark and the stars appeared. He thought about his life. He thought about the workshop. He thought about the river. The next morning, he went back to the workshop earlier than usual. The owner was surprised to see him so early. Kareem said, "Can you teach me how to make a full chair? Not just polishing. I want to learn everything." The owner looked at him and smiled. "It will take time." Kareem nodded. "I am not in a hurry." From that day, Kareem started working differently. Before, he only worked with his hands. Now he worked with his mind too. He watched carefully. He asked questions. He made mistakes. Many mistakes. Some chairs were not straight. Some tables were not smooth. Sometimes the owner got angry, but Kareem did not stop. At night, he felt very tired, but inside, he felt something new, a small kind of pride. He was learning, slowly but surely. Months passed, then a year passed. One day, a customer came and wanted a special chair. The owner was busy, so he said, "Kareem, you make this one." Kareem felt nervous, but he said, "Okay, I will try." He worked on that chair very carefully. He chose the wood himself. He cut slowly. He polished for hours. When the chair was finished, it was simple, but beautiful. The customer liked it very much. He said, "Who made this?" The owner pointed at Kareem. He did. The customer smiled and said, "You have good hands. I will order more furniture from you." That evening, Kareem walked home slowly. He was tired, but he was smiling. For the first time, he felt that his hard work was becoming something real. While walking, he suddenly remembered the river and the old woman. He had not seen her again, but he never forgot her words. Slow growth is still growth. Years later, Kareem had a small workshop of his own. Not a big factory, not a rich life, but a good, honest life. He had 2 workers, and he taught them everything he knew. One day, a young worker got angry and said, "I work so hard, but my life is still the same." Kareem smiled when he heard this. He remembered himself from many years ago. He told the young worker, "Come with me." He took him to the same river outside the town. The water was still moving slowly. Just like before, Kareem pointed at the river and said, "Do you see this river?" It did not become big in one day. It was built by small drops of water that never stopped. The young worker looked at the river quietly. Kareem then said softly, "Hard work does not always change your life quickly, but it always changes you. And when you change, your life slowly follows." They both stood there in silence, listening to the sound of the water. Sometimes success is not loud. Sometimes success is not fast. Sometimes success is just becoming stronger, more patient, and better than yesterday. The real secret to success is not talent. It is not luck. It is not shortcuts. The real secret is simple. Work hard. Learn every day. Be patient. And don't stop, because small efforts, repeated every day, slowly build a strong life, just like small drops of water build a river. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more calm and meaningful stories.